Everyone wants a perfect training plan, a flawless spreadsheet, color-coded, auto-calculating macros, progressive overload baked in, tempo notes, rest intervals, suggested supplements, HR zones, and a sacred promise that if they follow it with monk-like obedience, greatness is guaranteed. And even the new AI programs are saying they guarantee this. But that's also why most people stay weak. Not physically, mentally, existentially, strategically. They can grind, sure, but they're lost the second you rip the plan out of their hands and life throws chaos, fatigue, sickness, travel, kids, workloads, or curveballs that don't give a damn about their precious periodization calendar. A plan is easy. A compass, that's earned. So this isn't some motivational Pinterest poster. This is biology, psychology, and sovereignty colliding. A program tells you what to do. A compass tells you how to decide. And you can't call yourself capable, let alone sovereign, if your performance evaporates the second you don't have scripted instructions. The fitness industry has conditioned you to be obedient, not intelligent, to follow, not command, to depend, not decide. Plans create controlled animals. Principles create autonomous humans. If someone has to tell you what to do every day, you're not building discipline, you're outsourcing leadership. If you panic without a coach's check-in, you're not building confidence, you're building dependence. If you cannot adapt training when you wake up smoked, stressed, or slammed by life, you're not an athlete, you're a robot waiting for firmware updates that never come. The world is full of fit dependence, very few forged decision makers. This isn't a gym problem, it's a life problem. Weak people outsource responsibility. Strong people internalize it. Your training should reflect that. Training stress is not linear. Recovery is not linear. Adaptation is not linear. Life stress interacts with training stress. Same nervous system, same endocrine system, same allostatic load reservoir. Yet people act like they're a lab-grown rat in a perfectly controlled environment running a textbook block periodization chart. Meanwhile, your sleep is trash, your nutrition is inconsistent, work stress spikes cortisol like a Wall Street pre-crash day, kids detail your routines, airplane travel ruins tissue quality and hydration, motivation fluctuates, injury niggles show up uninvited. But oh, that spreadsheet still says I gotta squat 5 by 5 today. But like a good, obedient fitness soldier, you listen, grind your CNS into a crater, inflame your joints, and then brag online about doing the work without realizing you're just sabotaging actual development. That is not discipline. True discipline is not blind obedience, it's informed decision making under stress. A sovereign athlete does not worship the plan. They use it, adjust it, challenge it, break it when needed, rebuild it when reality shifts. The body doesn't care about your plan, it cares about load, sleep, fuel, stress. A compass respects physiology, a plan assumes fantasy. There are two types of athletes on this kind of spectrum. Type 1, I need someone to tell me what to do. Type 2, I understand my body, my mission, and my principles. I have to lead myself. Only one of those becomes sovereign. Followers need motivation to execute. Leaders execute because their identity demands it. Followers break when the script breaks. Leaders adapt when the world refuses to cooperate. Followers cry about failing off their plan. Leaders laugh and say, plans break, but I do not. This isn't just sports psychology, it's identity psychology. When you outsource decision making, you escort your self-trust to the grave. Think back to your childhood. School gave you instructions. Parents gave you structure. Society rewarded compliance. You learned to be managed. And now you wonder why you crumble without directions. The gym isn't where you build muscle, it's where you build autonomy. But only if you stop acting like a domesticated animal waiting for someone to point at a treadmill and clap for you like you're a seal balancing a beach ball. And you are not here to be a protocol consumer. You are here to be capability forged. So then, what is a training compass? Well, a compass is a principle-driven decision engine, not rules, not rigid steps, principles. Think of it like physiology where movement is medicine. Every day something must move. Lungs, muscles, joints, blood, breath. Capacity also must grow. Strength, endurance, mobility, resilience. No stagnation here. Stress must be rotated. You cannot fry the same system every day and expect progress. CNS, metabolic, mechanical, rotate your strain vectors. Recovery is also training. Your sleep, your nutrients, downregulation, tissue care, not optional. Signals do matter. Pain is not weakness leaving the body. Pain is feedback. Fatigue is data. Motivation is noise. Patterns matter. Autonomy is the goal. If you do not understand what you're doing or why, you do not own your training. A compass asks questions like this. What is my mission? What does my body need today? What system hasn't been stressed in a while? What system is redlined? What adaptation am I targeting? What's the minimum standard I hit regardless of my mood? Where am I trending wrong? What is my next milestone in capacity, not aesthetics? You don't wake up asking, what's my program say? You wake up asking, what's the next right stress? That's sovereignty. So then how do you build your own compass? You need four domains of self-command. First things first, physiology awareness. You need to understand systems, not workouts. Strength equals neural and mechanical demand. Endurance equals mitochondrial and cardiovascular stress. Power is your nervous system priming. Durability is your tendon adaptation, tissue stress. Recovery is your parasympathetic restoration, substrate replenishment, sleep quality, inflammation control. If you don't know what your training is stressing, you're gambling your biology like a drunk in Vegas thinking probability is a feeling. Your compass is informed by systems. Then the next point on your compass is pattern recognition. You need to notice your body's patterns. You need to ask these questions. How do fatigue patterns show up? Where do you break down? How long to recover from heavy pulling? What volume collapses sleep? What foods tank performance or my gut? What does too much feel like before it ruins you? Self-coaching is nervous system fluency. The third point on your compass is mission clarity. You cannot navigate without direction. What are you building towards right now? What is in your point in your life? Are you going to a 100-mile ultra? Are you becoming a hybrid beast, generalist monster, longevity tank, disease resilience, perform sovereignty? If you don't know the destination, no plan will save you. Principles aim the compass. Your mission orients it. And then the fourth point on the compass is your minimum standards and auto regulation. This is your bare minimum daily output, your BMD. Movement, resistance, breath, sweat. The floor of this never drops, your bare minimum. And then you have your auto regulation. How do you adjust your volume, your intensity, or modality based on readiness? It's not about weakness, it's about intelligent adaptation. A sovereign athlete says this: I don't bail on the mission, I modify the route getting there. But after all this, most people don't want autonomy. They want a babysitter dressed as a guru. They want a spreadsheet daddy to pat their head and say, "You're special for following instructions other people made." They want someone else to blame when it goes wrong. Plans let you disguise helplessness as a discipline. I didn't fail. The program just wasn't good. I'll go buy another one. No, you didn't think. You didn't lead. You followed. Goats follow. Predators hunt. What are you building? A domesticated fitness pet or a sovereign animal capable of independent action? If you want hand-holding and spoon-feeding, the industry is happy to sell you an 8-week programs and mindset unicorn stickers. If you want autonomy, build your own compass. Now, I could hand you a perfect plan based off everything you have said, and you'd probably still screw it up. Not because you're incompetent, because life will hit you sideways. Kid gets sick, work explodes, you catch a cold, sleep tanks, back tweaks, stress skyrockets, travels throws off your rhythm, mental bandwidth evaporates. A perfect plan is a fragile fantasy. A compass is an anti-fragile reality. Anyone can execute when everything is optimal. Sovereign athletes make progress when life is punching them in the teeth. That's the forge. That's the point. Okay, let's take a moment and break the fourth wall. If you become autonomous, you stop being a consumer product. Coaching industry profitability relies on dependency and confusion. Nutrition industry, same. Biohack industry, same. Health influencers, same. Independence kills recurring revenue. Good. Let them starve on your sovereignty. You'll still buy tools, but you'll wield them, not worship them. And that's why Forge Grit exists, to make you not need me. Paradox of trust. When people see you don't need to control them, they choose to follow you. I don't want disciples. I don't want followers. I don't want subscribers. I want warriors. Here's your compass framework in all this. I want you to steal this. This is free. I'm going to give it to you. Your weekly framework should revolve around 4 axes. 1. Strength. Go lift some heavy shit. Compound patterns with real tension. Also throw in some endurance. Run, ruck, row, bike, crawl. Expand your lungs. Expand time under strain. Then you need to make sure you're putting in your durability work. This is your 3rd compass framework. Tendons, joints, connective tissue, mobility, breath work, low-level mechanical stress. And then your 4th one. Choose daily work based on readiness and mission, not motivation. This is your autonomy practice. Your bare minimums daily should be breathe hard, lift resistance, move in space, recover deliberately, and reflect on adaptation goals. You hit those, you're starting to build something real. Make sure you are rotating various stress points. High CNS, low CNS, long aerobic, short aerobic. Tissue stress, tissue recovery. Skill, grit work. You're training systems, not exercises. So your question set should be, when you audit your week, is not what's my next workout. It's going to be, what system needs stress today? What capacity am I building this quarter? What broke last time? What should I do to fix it? What would be the version of me I'm becoming too? Is today a day for war or for repair? What minimum standard do I uphold regularly, regardless of emotion? These questions will build your identity, because programs build dependence, but principles build sovereignty. So here's your call to action in all this. You need to become the person who trains because it's your nature, not your schedule. Become the person who can run 20 miles because your lungs owe you nothing. You earned power. Become the person who lifts pain, not avoids it. Become the person who replaces I hope with I decide. If you need structure, cool. But build from principles, not dependence. And yeah, I built these to help you too. I built some of these tools. Check out the link down in the comment section down below. They're not programs. They're not do this exact thing. They are frameworks to teach you how to command yourself. So when you understand the why and the how, the what becomes obvious. And when you stop needing permission to push, rest, adapt, or attack, you stop being trainable and start becoming untouchable. The training world doesn't need more obedient athletes, it needs autonomous ones. Stop following, start forging. Build your compass, and then walk into the world capable, not coached. Sovereignty isn't given, it's trained. Now go earn it.